Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, friends. Welcome to my channel IT Certifications Guru. Today, we are going to discuss about SQL interview questions, which I have specifically designed for business analyst. For business analyst role, also, they should have to have the knowledge of SQL to fetch some kind of reports which required by senior management or higher management. That's why I have created this video. So let's start discussing question one by one. First is what is SQL and how it is beneficial for the business analyst. This is most common question asked in every interview. So first point is SQL stands for structured query language. It is structured query language. SQL is specially designed to communicate with the databases. This is a language, database language, which specially designed to communicate with the databases. SQL, also pronounced as a SQL, is very widely used language in most of the database management systems like Oracle, MySQL, PostgreSQL, etc. etc. SQL provides us the simple and efficient way of reading, writing, executing the data from the system. This is one of the SQL interview questions ever asked in the interview as well. So, yeah, this is all about SQL. Well, the second question is how it is beneficial to business analyst role, right? So business analyst is nothing but the bridge between the technical team and customer. So business analyst needs to work as a bridge between the technical team and customers. If they know the SQL and database structure which was designed by the technical team, it is easy for them to take a decisions accordingly. So they can fetch the report by themselves, they can see the reports by themselves, and with checking the data reports, they can take their own decisions. So it is easy for them to understand the design of the databases as well. So their job is to know about the application, but if they understand the design of the database, then it will be easy for them to understand the application as well. So that is the key use of SQL as a business analyst. Second question, what is database normalization? Tell me with its advantages. So this is also most important question. So database normalization is nothing but a technique of designing the database in structured way to reduce the dependency and to improve the data integrity. So when you create a database, the data will be in a scattered way. So you require to apply the structured way of a data to reduce the redundancy and improve the data integrity. That's why normalization is used. So following are advantages of normalization. First is to eliminate the redundant or useless data. So there will be the useless data. You can remove that useless data with using normalization. To eliminate the redundant and useless data, to reduce the complexity of our data, it reduces the complexity of our data. To ensure the relationship between table as well as data in the tables, it will ensure the relationship between tables as well as data in the tables, and to ensure the data dependencies and data is logically stored. It will make sure that data is logically stored. So if these 4 points apply to the database, then it will be easy for us to apply the same to the application. So this question might ask to a business analyst in the interview. What is difference between unique and distinct? So uh, this is also most important question asked in business analyst interview questions or SQL business analyst interview questions. So there is no difference between unique and distinct keywords apart from one difference. Unique is applied before insertion and retrieval. Unique is applied before insertion and retrieval. Okay, it consists of non-duplicate values. If unique constraint is given, then it does not take the duplicate values, or if you try to insert the duplicate values in the table, it will not take. Distinct used in retrieval, it gives the suppressed rows. So in retrieval or data retrieval type, distinct is used. Okay, so as an example, if two rows are the same, then it will show the single row and non-duplicate row. Therefore distinct is a combination of suppressed duplicate and non duplicate record rows, suppress duplicates and not duplicate rows. As an example, I would like to give you one example where there are three values in the column, like employee name, Amit and XYZ. When you use the distinct keyword, it will fetch Amit once and XYZ once. Okay. But if there is a unique constraint, then it will not store Amit twice. Amit value as twice in the row, and it will fetch the error. Okay. The constraint violation error. Specify the distinct or unique value. If you want to return one copy, each set of duplicate rows is selected. Duplicate rows are with matching values and such expression in the select list. Okay. So with the example, you got to know that where unique is used, where distinct is used. What is use of in operator in SQL? So in is a conditional operator used in where clause, and it is shorthand for multiple or conditional statements. Okay. So one example, if you want to fetch the records from the database where name is Amit, as well as name is Arun, as well as name is XYZ, what you will do? You can use or condition in the where clause. But if you want to use it together, then you can use select star from employees where employee name in Amit, comma, Arun, comma, XYZ. That is in operator. Okay. The simple example will clarify all the doubts. Okay. If the expressions that precedes in matching any elements in the list, it will return the value as true or 1, otherwise the value is false or 0. Okay. So mainly it will use in the subqueries. Subquery, what is subquery? Query in between the query. So query inside the query, you can say subquery. What is group by statement used for? So group by is also most important statements which divides the result for particular query into the groups or rows. It is often used with aggregate functions such as sum, average, max, min, as well as count, which calculate the information about each group. The select statement returns one row for each group. Okay, this is about group by statement. What is database transaction? So this is also most important question asked in business analyst interview questions. A transaction is a single logical or atomic unit of work in which sequence of operations or none must be executed. It will execute the sequence of operations, or sometimes it will not execute any operations. A transaction has defined beginning and the end. You can commit and roll back the transaction. So I would like to give you an example of a transaction. Let's say if you are going to ATM and if you want to just check the balance, okay, or in your bank. So you will just swipe the card, you will enter your passcodes and all, and then you will click on the balance check. That is also one transaction where no operations has been executed. Just the fetch operation has executed, that is select statement executed at the backend, and it has showed the balance to you. Okay, so that is called as one transaction. What is negation operator in SQL? Negation operator are operators which are negation condition, like not condition. Not operator is negation operator which reverses the meaning of logical operator. The not operator is used before logical operator like not in, not exist. Okay. So negation operator is nothing but the operators which has negation condition. Okay. Or not operator is one of the negation operator. Here is an example. Select star from student where student name not in Amit. So it will fetch the records of the student where student name is not Amit. What are SQL scalar functions? SQL scalar functions are the function whose input range is one dimensional, which returns a single output of each row. SQL scalar function has input range one dimensional, which returns single output for each row. Okay. SQL scalar function returns the value of every row where we used in query processing. You require to use some values in query processing. SQL scalar functions are also known as single row functions. It is also known as single row function. So if anyone asks you the question about what exactly the single row functions are, you can say that single row functions and SQL scalar functions are similar, which returns a single output of each row. Okay. Following are or single row functions. One is U case, that is uppercase, which converts a field into uppercase. Okay, if you can query like select U case student underscore name from student, then all the student name will come in uppercase letter. Same as that, L case, lowercase operator, substr substring operator, that is also the single row function which extracts the character from the text field. Len or length function returns a len or length of text field. Round function round the numeric field, the number of decimals specified. So this is all about SQL scalar functions. Next is what is mean by DDL. This is also important question. DDL, DML, DCL. These questions are you have to just by heart the question and go ahead, because these questions interviewer will ask 90 to 80 to 90% in every interview. Okay. So DDL stands for data definition language. Following are the different DDL statements: create a new table, view, alter, modifies the existing table, drop, deletes the entire table. So this is all about DDL. Tell us about SQL joins. This is also important question. So join is nothing but connecting two tables to fetch the records from two or more different tables. Okay. It is nothing but the connecting two tables. If there are three tables and you want the data from all three tables, and three tables are related to each other, okay, some primary key is there, some foreign key is there, okay, and there must have to be relationship between two tables or that three tables, then you must have to use joins. There are following types of joins. One is inner join, retrieves the record which are common between two or more tables. Okay, inner join retrieves the record which are common between two or more tables. Outer join retrieves the common record from the table as well as uncommon records from left or right table. So there is left outer join, there is right outer join. If left outer join is there, then from left table it will fetch the common records. Left table fetch the common records. Right table it will fetch all the records. Okay. Left outer join, then right outer join, it will fetch the records from right table, common records from right table, and all records from left table. Full outer join, user needs to fetch the data from both tables, common record from the tables, then it is full outer join. So if you sometimes there is a condition like user needs to fetch common records from the both tables. Okay, so you must have to use full outer join. Cross join, when each and every record connected to each and every record from other table, it is called as Cartesian product or cross chain. So, interviewer might ask you the question about Cartesian product. Cartesian product is nothing but when each and every record is connected to each and every record from other table. What are different set operators? This is also important question. Set operators are nothing but the operators which are used to connect two tables, fetch the records or fetch the records from the two tables. Here there is one condition. So table 1, all column names, all data types must have to be same from table 2, column name and data types. Okay. There are following set operators. One is union, union all, intersect, minus. What are properties of transaction? This is also important question asked in the any interviews. Properties of transaction known as acid properties. A for atomicity, C for consistency, I for isolation, D for durability. Automaticity ensures the completeness of all transactions performed. Checks whether every transaction is completed successfully. If not, transaction is aborted at failure point. The previous transaction is rolled back to initial state of changes undone. That is about automaticity. Ensures completeness of transactions performed. Consistency ensures that all changes made through successful transaction. Okay. Isolation ensures all the transactions are performed independently and changes made by one transaction are not reflected on other. Then durability ensures that the changes made database with the committed transaction persist even if the system got failure. If system got failed, then database transaction must have to be persisted properly. What is self join? Self join is a query that joins the table with itself. Okay, this is used to compare the values for particular column with other values in the same column of same table. Okay, self join uses the alias concept. Okay, alias concept to name the original and duplicate tables. So you can consider same table twice, and you can join and you can fetch the results accordingly. Okay. What is view in SQL? View is a virtual table that consists of subset of data from the table. View is virtual table. It is a virtual table. It has not physically stored. Only materialized views stored physically in the memory. Okay, but views cannot store physical data. The content of the view is defined by the query. View takes up little space because it does not copy all the data, takes up little space. It is a virtual data, so it takes very less space, but only subset of a data defined by the view. Note that a view can also display combination of data from one or more tables as well. You can use multiple joins or union intersection like concept and fetch the data. Views allows you to hide the complexity of a large data and instead narrow in areas of the interest. So it is nothing but fetching the data from the multiple tables. Okay, which is virtual. Got it? Okay. So what are the types of views? One is simple view, other is complex view. Simple view is the view created on the same table. Complex view is the view created on multiple tables. Okay, so that's it. This is all about the questions which are asked in business analyst, which has been asked to business analyst. These are all SQL questions for business analyst. These are not behavioral questions or any other questions asked for business analyst. I have just bifurcated this category because mm, there are a lot of questions asked in SQL area for business analyst, and they're not aware of the SQL. So most of the times, due to lack of knowledge of SQL, they will miss the opportunity. So that's the reason I have created this video. If you like this video, you can just subscribe my channel and click on the bell icon. If you want these questions or if you want the questions in the PDF form, just subscribe my channel and just comment your email address in the comment box so that I can share you all the PDF for these kind of interview questions. Thanks guys for listening to this video till the end. Thanks a ton.